telling I can't let.
It's week 13 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the 49ers burner at wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Grills. We welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done in controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game. And Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Off a play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's doing it right now.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On second down, Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. Oh, he bowls over it. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. So first and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes him across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Johnson's throw taken in by Samuel. Tackle on the outside of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Niners at 6-5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 20. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. Nice pass there. Another setup beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. That means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Throwing on first down. Johnson. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 31, Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll go underneath through this one to McKissick. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucs from Tampa. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Johnson on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We always talked about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. That's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, right side. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From his end zone, Wilson. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Johnson to throw on third down. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. 15 yards there for number 15.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 33. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw again. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 27 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you could toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Johnson's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The offense on 3rd down can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. McKinnon here is complete.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Things definitely go right for them here in the first half. Pick it down any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Johnson throwing on first down. And this is caught. Jennings. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Johnson now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Johnson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown 49ers. Jerome Jennings. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents. And also maybe shrinking the quarterback a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Miami set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. 3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that. But also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area.
Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, dropping them into coverage, instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to it. That means everyone else, when you're racks, you got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Well, driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. The Rams locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trailed the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Johnson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. 2 and out on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just
touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Johnson on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 34. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Johnson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Johnson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Johnson. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. The 20. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They take over here with good field position thanks to that nice return after the interception, as they're already in the red zone, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Second down, here's Mostert again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Looking to pass. Tua.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And San Francisco gets set to go here. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 than the guy over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be grouped in here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Here's Johnson on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Johnson throwing on 4th down toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays,
They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Johnson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 14. 19 yards that time for number 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And out come the Dolphins now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw that side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I guess you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. He's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Johnson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Johnson now to throw on third down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Johnson throwing on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
It may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought him from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responses.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Tua completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Tua going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. There we go, 3rd and 1. Cut check time on both sides. Tua with a blitz coming. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 33 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And he returns this to the 22. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Operating from the gun, Johnson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
It right through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the victory here for San Francisco, and a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Niners, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a tough one to swallow as they